Okay, I actually have a lot of housekeeping to go over, so I guess I better get started. In fact, you know what? Let's start with my low, my high, my act of kindness. I have a lot of housekeeping to go over. That's my low. Good morning and happy Tuesday, everyone. Um, right, so actually, you know what? I should continue on my low, my act of kindness. I don't want to give too much away what my high is, but yesterday I was asked a very important question to if I want to do a certain thing. Again, I don't want to give away what it is, but the answer is yes. I definitely want to do it. I'll explain more when that time comes. What's my act of kindness? Actually, my act of kindness was I let someone in front of me when walking into the grocery store yesterday. Okay, so yeah, I have a lot of housekeeping to do, so I suppose I better get started. Foremost, whenever I do the Why I'm Still Here series of videos, I always tend to have those take precedent over whatever else is I'm doing or I'm supposed to do. So, no talking about the week's episode of Hot Ones if it happens to be on a Tuesday. No talking about the Hot Ones episode if it's on a Thursday. No One Piece manga chapter, no NFL picks, etc. It just so happens that the last three videos took place on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And because of that, I really wasn't able to talk about the things that really happened last weekend or make my NFL picks. So, rapid fire, I went to both Elmira's Winter Fair and Holiday in the Square, in Horseheads, on Friday. Saturday, I got to see my family, and I checked out the holiday party that was going on at Pix. That was great. Ooh, actually, also on Friday, I went to Patrick's Silent Disco. That was really great. And on Sunday, I spent the day with my family. After going to church, of course. So, yeah, and Monday was just a typical Monday. I don't really know what to tell you with that. So, in the interim, a lot of NFL games happened, including the one on Thursday. So, I will get to going over here's the thing. Whenever stuff like this happens, or if I miss an NFL game, I'll just simply say who I would have picked and if I would have been right or wrong or not. That's usually that's the format for what happens should it be like this. So, if I can just turn on the computer. Okay. Okay, so that's the games this week. What happened last week? I recall right. I was 0-1 going into the weekend because I predicted that the Buccaneers would win, then they lost. So that's when I got wrong. I actually would have said that the Ravens were going to beat the Bengals. So that's 1-1. Okay. I would have said that the Eagles would beat the Raiders, so that's 2-1. I would have said, actually, yeah, I would have said that the Texans would beat the Cardinals, so 3-1. I would have said that the Chargers would beat the Chiefs, so that's 4-1. I also would have said that the Bills would beat the Patriots, so 5-1. I would have picked the Jags to beat the Jets, so 6-1. By the way, I'm not like looking at the scores and just saying like I really would have picked these teams to win if I was doing it at the time. Speaking of, yeah, I would have said that the Commanders would beat the Giants, and they did, so that's 7-1. I would have said the Bears would beat the Browns, so 8-1. I actually would have said the Panthers would beat the Saints, so that's 8-2. Yeah, I would have said that the Colts and the Seahawks would win, so that's 10-2. Let's see, what other games were there? All right. I would have picked the Broncos to win. I would have picked the 49ers to win, so 12-2. I actually would have picked the Cowboys to win, so 12-3. And yeah, I would have picked the Steelers to win, so this is the best week I've had since week 2. So that makes the record for this past week 13-3. If I can, there we go. So now let's tally up everything. So 40 plus 13 is 153. 67 plus 3 is 70. And obviously the one tie because the Cowboys and the Packers tied back then. So with that said, my record so far for the season is 153, 70-1. Okay. That takes care of that. All right. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. Actually, hold on, let me do one more thing. Let's double save that. Right, so, I guess the things I did this past weekend and the NFL picks were like the big thing I wanted to talk about. I really thought there'd be a lot more housekeeping than this. Oh, although watch, I'm gonna cut the video and end the video when I do, and I'm gonna be like, oh darn, I could have talked about that. Well, that's what the shorts are for. Speaking of, and I'll explain this in my first short that I make, the reason why I didn't make any shorts was over the last several days was because, again, the Why I'm Still Here series of videos takes precedent, or takes priority, and I felt like making shorts would have probably, it probably would have ruined the flow of things, if that makes sense. Because I really want to, again, those videos take priority, and I really want to, give it the utmost respect it deserves. So, needless to say, after I stop recording, I'm going to have a whole bunch of shorts to make. So much time and so little to do. You know what this does remind me? We do have yet to get the Hot Ones holiday special. Did First Be Feast even promote anything? Again, like, I really don't know at this point. So, are we getting a holiday special? Actually, on the off chance that this is, we're getting a new Hot Ones guest, let me, actually, it'll be the final Hot Ones guest of this year. Okay, you'll be the 44th Hot Ones guest of 2025. Cool. So, the 44th and final Firsty Feast Hot Ones guest of 2025 is... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. Wow. Okay, so normally when they have the Hot Ones holiday special, it's a returning guest. The first time they did it, it was Gordon Ramsay. The second time they did it was Will Ferrell. Last year, it was Ken Jeong. And this year, we have our first woman returning for a holiday special. And not just anyone, it is the lovely and talented Kristen Bell. Yes. Listen. Does this woman even need any kind of introduction? It's Kristen Bell. A literal Disney princess is going to be on Hot Ones again. Granted, again, it's a return guest, but still. Come to think of it, I think Kristen Bell might be the only Disney princess. Well, she voices Anna in Frozen, in case you don't know. She might be the only person who's been a Disney princess who's been on Hot Ones so far. Not like I would ever actually expect any of the other actresses who played Disney princesses to be on Hot Ones. And by played, I mean voice, because I'm not counting the live action nonsense, because those movies are terrible. So, hold on a second. Let me just look up one thing. Who? Sorry, but I can remember a lot of Okay, so hold on. Hold on. Okay, well, full stop. Never mind. So, sorry, I was trying to remember any of the, I always forget who was the voice of Jasmine. It was, Linda Larkin. Because I was about to do a thing about, what Disney princesses could be on Hot Ones in the foreseeable future. Again, we've had Kristen Bell, who was the voice of Anna. Idina Menzel, who's the voice of Elsa. Mandy Moore is the voice of Rapunzel. She could do Hot Ones. Louis Cravalho is the voice of Moana. She could also do Hot Ones. Jodie Benson, who's Ariel. Paige O'Hara, as who was Belle. Linda Larkin, who was Jasmine, which is actually what I was just trying to look up right now. Because again, I can never remember who was the voice of Jasmine. Let's see. Darn it. Now I can't remember who was the voice of Tiana. And I just saw her name too. Uh, Anika something? Um, okay, where's the information on her voice? Am I really not going to find it? Um, okay, I was Anika Noni Rose. That's who it. I knew it was Anika something. I just couldn't remember the last part of her name. Um, so Anika Noni Rose. She could do hot ones, I guess. Um, interestingly enough, uh, the voice of Cinderella could probably do hot ones too. Her name is Jennifer Hale. Well, she's the current voice of Cinderella. Um, huh. There's actually quite a few. Oh, Ming Na Wen. Oh, wow. Is Mulan a Disney princess? I don't know if she's actually considered a Disney princess or not. I mean, Ming Na Wen could easily do hot ones. I mean, it's Ming Na Wen. She's awesome. She could do that. That's the problem about being a huge fan of voiceover work, like I am. Like, there are so many great, like, actors and celebrities who actually voice the characters that we know and love. But, again, unless you're a celebrity like, Kristen Bell, it's very rare that any of them really get noticed. Maybe someday they will. I'm sure Hot Ones would probably do something like that. I don't know. I mean, listen, you guys know me. I'm an animation fan. I'm a voiceover acting fan. Honestly, voiceover actors are they're underrated in my opinion. Actually, if you really want to see a series of videos about voiceover actors, actually, I don't know if it exists anymore, but the Blockbuster Buster would do like a series of videos about voiceover actors. You should totally check that out. That was actually a lot of fun. Right. Kristen Bell's gonna be on Hot Ones for the holiday special. Okay. Oh, right, because she's Anna from Frozen Christmas holiday stuff or whatever. Right. I mean, sometimes there's actually a bit of a theme as to who the guest is. I mean, Will Ferrell was Buddy the Elf, so that's why it makes sense that he'd be on Hot Ones for the holiday special a few years ago. Ken Jeong was promoting The Masked Singer, which was going on at that time when he was on last year. Gordon Ramsay, one of his old Christmas videos was him making a beef Wellington, I guess. So I guess that's why he was on Hot Ones for the holiday special. And Kristen Bell's the voice of Anna from Frozen. Huh. I guess there's kind of a theme to how Hot Ones works and how who they pick for their specials. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I got all my housekeeping done. I feel good. Hope you all like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humble video for you guys watching show. It will be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to me, we're here to let me know. Always back. Take care. Make good choices. 607 all day, baby.